Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Physics Let's Talk. Today we are going to be talking about several different things. This includes some of Onision's latest videos because I'm feeling a bit cathartic, like I want to let loose on someone that I really dislike. As well as that, we are going to be taking a peek at YouTube's 2017 Rewind. Was it fantastic? Of course it was. It was brilliant. No, it was awful, absolutely terrible. It was a complete mess. All it was Vine stars, for God's sake, and some of the worst ones as well. Lele Pons, someone who faked donating hair to charity and actually donated extensions. We've got Jake Paul, who is a manipulative bully, an absolute racist thug. Why are these people on YouTube Rewind? And the thing that got the most screen time was this little thing here. Great trends, because you're not out of touch at all, YouTube. Jesus. So if you enjoyed the video today, please do leave it one of those spectacular likes that I've heard all about, and subscribe if you want to help support this. Also, if you want to go a step further than that, I have a Patreon set up and there will always be a link in the description. Thank you so much, guys. Let us begin today's video. Okay, so there are a couple of videos we are going to be looking at from Onision. The first one is aptly titled Why Onision is All Alone. This is featuring Seer, Jaclyn Glenn, Social Repose, DeeFizzy and Other YouTubers. He could have put Shane Dawson in the title because he does talk about him, but he clearly knows that he talks about him far too much, as you will see in the video. And the second video is one that I didn't even realise he had made until just now. It is titled A Message to Ida. I know it's a couple months old now, but it's something I'd quite like to talk about. So, let us start with why Onision is all alone.
So, I don't have a lot of friends. But why don't I have a lot of friends? Specifically, when it comes to YouTubers, like it seems like every other person I encounter I have a problem with.
Do you really not know the answer to that question? I'm sure you must know deep down. You're not exactly stupid. I mean, come on, Onision. You're not exactly the nicest of people. I think people are quite clear about why they don't like you. As well as this, what is with your weird emoji editing that you've started doing recently? The funny thing is, the messages that pop up are literally what the public would say. He literally knows why what he's saying is wrong, and he's got this weird split personality thing where he is talking to himself, explaining why what he's saying is a load of crap. It's weirdly self-aware, but it's strange. Anyway, let's continue.
I want to go through a list of people right now that I have either almost been friends with or almost collaborated with. You know, people I've actually encountered in some way or another as far as making plans to physically be around them. And why things didn't work out, you know? And
as well as that, I'm going to publicly shame them, because that's how my brain works, as he will explain later in this video.
I wanted to talk about this because it seems like a lot of people have a perception of me, like I'm just a problem starter. And you can't really start problems with situations that aren't problematic. Like,
see, look at these messages. OMG, he actually has no idea why this is a popular opinion. It's weird. It's very strange.
I can't, because otherwise, what am I ranting about? What do I have a problem with? Like, for instance, somebody smiles because they just won a race. What problem am I going to have with that? What problem am I going to have with somebody who is always clean cut? Like, they always do things by the book, they always treat people well, etc. What problem would I have with that?
It's not the problems you have with people, it's the problems you cause with people. It's the fact that you are yourself a problem. See, the thing is, most of the people that you end up having an issue with are very nice, genuine people. It's just that you are the problem. You can't get on with people well because you work in such a horrible, manipulative way.
So let's go ahead and kick off the list. Shane Dawson. You guys...
Again, look, hold on, let's fast forward. I think we can all agree we have had way too many conversations about how salty Onision is about Shane Dawson not being his boyfriend anymore. It's like he's got this weird side to him where he completely realizes what he's doing is wrong, and he's now addressing that in such a strange way. But yes, you talk about Shane Dawson too much, but I mean, this isn't you not talking about Shane Dawson. This is you still talking about him, but trying to kind of hide behind this thing of you fast forwarding through the video, which you don't even do.
Like, you can kick it back saying, like, this person's happier than you because they're, you know, obviously eating what they really want to.
No, you just said you were going to fast forward and skip it. But you haven't. You're now just talking about him, and it's completely out of context, which is even worse. So we don't really understand why you're saying what you're saying, because we've missed the start of the conversation. You are talking about him. You just know that people are going to get annoyed about you talking about him, which is why you put up that fast forward message thing, but you actually haven't done that. So you're just trying to deflect hate once again.
But the point is that you can be a victim, or you can just push stuff back at people when they throw it at you, you know, and then you're no longer, you know, acting like you're just this sad, helpless beta male. Instead, you're like, I'm still top dog. I still control the situation, and you're not going to dominate me.
I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? What Shane Dawson has done is be the bigger man. You are saying the right thing that he should have done was to throw insults at you. No. That's not how it works. That's not what being the bigger man is. Being the bigger man is saying, look, I'm walking away from this. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm sorry. He's not trying to be a victim. He's trying to distance himself from you because you're a problem.
You know? But a lot of people, like Shane, want to be victims. And so they say, oh, you called my friend ugly, I'm going to cry about it. Instead of saying, well, you're not so great looking yourself, Onision.
But that's childish. That's childish bickering. What he did was say, look, I'm not happy with the fact that you've been so bluntly honest about something that you don't need to be bluntly honest about. You have this weird, twisted idea of being honest, but it's not just being honest, you're being cruel, and he doesn't want to be a part of that. He doesn't like the way that you work, much like most people in this world, so he's stepping back from that and distancing himself from you. Would it have been better if he was like, yeah, well, you're ugly? No, because that's childish, much like yourself.
And I'd be like, damn, that's a diss.
No, you wouldn't. You would have publicly moaned about it in another video. Obviously.
And that'd be the end of it, right? Like, we would move on and be adults about it.
He is being the adult about it. You are not, by consistently publicly shaming him. What? Do you think that last video you made about him was being an adult about it? Where you were so petty, moaning and whining about how he's gone somewhere and you haven't. That's being an adult. Yeah, right. In your weird, twisted version of this reality.
Anyway, let's move on to someone else. Seer. Seer, I had invested tons of money in the past. Tons of money. And he would repeatedly let me down, not give me texts back or anything like that. Like, basically, when he was here, I was relevant. When he was gone, he would ignore me. And, like, that wasn't a friendship to me, but we got over those things. The problem is I would keep calling Seer out on numerous things that he would do. Like, he recorded an entire video with me, and I uploaded it, and then he's like, oh, I'm not so cool with that video anymore. And I was like, dude, I invested tons of time into this video. Like, I freaking came out to see you, I recorded this video, and it's important to me, and I don't like removing content. And he's like, no, I need to take it down. And I said, well, if you make me take this down, I'm never making a video with you again. And he was just like totally okay with that. At
first, when I heard him start talking about this, I thought there's got to be a reason why he wanted to take it down. And yes, it's because he's representing Hitler in the video. Jeez, Onision, just take your pride down a notch and say, look, okay, if you're not happy with it, we won't put it up. That's what being a friend is all about, coming to an agreement with them. When they're clearly not happy with the video that has been created. You may be happy with it, but that doesn't mean he is. And you're saying that he stopped replying to your text, things like that, and then you follow that by saying, so I kept calling him out. You don't call out your friends. And he goes on to talk about how you should tattle on your friends, how you should tell on your friends, which is rubbish, absolute nonsense. If you're actually a friend with someone, you should speak to them in private on their own. He probably stopped replying to you because he was worried that you were going to publicly shame him every time you don't agree with something.
We just did a funny comedy sketch, that was it. Like, it had a Hitler reference, and I guess that was super offensive or something. He claimed to be drunk, but he wasn't drunk.
If Seer pretended to be Hitler in the video, I can completely understand why he didn't want that to be up. Especially with all the controversy with PewDiePie and all the anti-Semitic jokes and that kind of thing, which was all a load of rubbish, as we know. I'm not sure when this happened. I don't really know about his relationship with Seer, but I don't really need to when he's explaining the context of this situation. I think he is entirely within his right to not want that video to be made public. This is something you don't understand. You don't understand privacy. You don't understand boundaries. When someone's uncomfortable with something, you don't understand that uncomfortability. Please, empathize a little bit. God damn.
But after all of this, more stuff went down, and we made up about it. Okay, we both made hateful videos towards each other. Like, he was dissing me in the music video, so I dissed him in the music video. Like, we went back and forth a lot, and we handled it like, you know, big boys and not like victims.
Look at this message. Victims? Seriously? Stop shading Shane Dawson, FFS. He wrote that. He actually wrote that and put it in his video. It's so bizarre. I think this is his weird way of trying to deflect hate from himself by making it seem like he's actually self-aware of the situation or something like that. It's strange, and so he clearly does have some understanding of why what he's doing is wrong. Shane Dawson has not played the victim in this. He has been the adult. You and Seer making diss tracks on each other, that's not being an adult. I'm sorry, but it's just not on any level. Distancing yourself from each other, spending some time apart, and maybe speaking in private with each other, going over the problems you have with each other, that's being an adult. Or am I just... maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just wrong in this. Let me know down in the comments what you believe in this situation. Moving on.
But in the end, Seer's just sick of me. Like, he doesn't want to be friends with me anymore because I call him out too much. Like, when he does something, I'm like, blah, 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 you know, about it on Twitter or whatever. And if he did that to me, I would own up to it. You know, if I stood somebody up and a friend of mine said, yo, you stood me up, I would reply with, hey, everyone, I stood this person up. That was real crappy of me. I'm sorry. I hope you'll still be my friend, and I'll make it up to you. Okay? That's how you handle stuff like an adult, and you don't just like say, oh, you called me out. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, like...
What is wrong with you? You're so delusional. You're so delusional. What? He's not in his right to be annoyed that you constantly publicly shame him? What the hell? What goes on up there in your bizarre brain? If I was in this situation, I would say, look, I'm sick of you publicly humiliating me, publicly shaming me for things that are absolutely not warranted for you to do that. And I would say, look, I'm done with this friendship. You clearly don't have any respect for me, my privacy, and my boundaries, so sorry, goodbye. That's the adult thing to do. Possibly as well, maybe sit down and talk about it. Talk about it like adults. Don't just publicly shame them. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
You need to just handle these issues like a grown-up. And like, okay, so if you did something wrong, you admit that you did something wrong, and you repair things with the person, and you move on. You don't just say, I guess I gotta feel bad about it, but whatever, I'm not your friend anymore because I don't like being called out. Like, if you do bad, you should be called out. That's how the world should work.
So, what exactly did he do that's bad? You haven't at all explained this, and I think it's because he didn't do anything bad. I think you probably blew things out of proportion. Over the past couple of years, it has become more and more evident about how much of a terrible, manipulative, narcissist, horrible person that you are. And for people to want to start distancing themselves from you is absolutely fine. You are the one that have done bad things. You have done many, many bad things, so it is within his right to distance himself from you and say, look, I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Because that way, everyone's held accountable for their actions.
Yes, everyone should be held accountable for their actions, but that doesn't mean you have to publicly shame them. If someone does something wrong, yeah, they should admit to it and they should apologize, but this doesn't have to be a public thing. That's where the issues lie with you. The adult thing for him to do, if he had done something bad, which I very much doubt he did, much like Shane Dawson, who you absolutely ripped to pieces in your last video, for what? For absolutely nothing. For something that happened 10 years ago. Funnily enough, pretty much the same thing that happened with Seer. You went over to LA to do a collaboration with him. Something happened and he couldn't make it. You admitted that it could have been a simple mistake and he apologized for it. And in the last video, you tear him to pieces. Why the hell do you think people want to distance themselves from you? You just bully people. You literally bully people. That's not a joke. That's not in any way an exaggeration. You should be held accountable for bullying everyone, for being a perverted freak that holds forums of underage girls where you rate their body on how attractive they are. You should be held accountable for these things. Where's your admittance to that? Where is your apologies for these things? Nowhere, because you don't hold your own self accountable for your actions. You hypocrite. Damn.
Okay, I encourage tattletaling. If somebody does something bad to you, report it on Twitter, report it to the police if it's criminal, report it everywhere, because everyone deserves to be held accountable for their actions, and that's just how it is. Okay, so if you're my friend, I'm gonna tell on you. Okay, I'm gonna tell people if you do bad stuff.
And there's the big problem. No, if someone's your friend, you shouldn't do that. Not at all. If someone, when people have done bad things to me, I don't go online and tell the whole world about what they've done, because they're my friends and I respect their privacy. What I would do is I would say, look, I don't like what you've done here. I think it's pretty terrible and I would really like an apology, and I would like you to admit to doing something wrong. That's the adult thing to do, not go whining online to the whole world. You don't understand friendship. You've got such a weird concept of friendship. Most of these situations, by the way, these people weren't your friends. This is business relationships we're talking about here. Like with Andy Biersack, that was a business relationship. Yes, you could say you are friends, but only in the sense of a business type way. When they want to distance themselves from you, they're not breaking your trust, they're not betraying you. It's the end of that relationship, and that's that, finished.
Okay, and that brings me to social repose. Okay, I was briefly, not even necessarily friends with him. Like, he visited me once, so I don't know if that's friends or not.
He visited me.
No, it isn't. No, what is, you don't even understand. You just said you don't even know if that's being friends or not. You have no concept of what a friend is.
Once.
But he visited me once, and I expected him to get a hotel because I didn't really want to stay at the house. But he said he was going to get a hotel, shows up to my house with all of his luggage, and I'm like, I guess you're staying here, huh? Anyway, so that was kind of crappy, false advertisement, but Social Repose isn't known for his honesty.
Yeah, I agree with Onision. Social Repose is a slimy piece of shit. He's an awful person, really awful. He's an abusive scumbag. I don't like the guy on any level. I think he's unremorseful for everything he does. I think he cares more about his channel than anyone else in the world. And yeah, he's a piece of crap. I've made a couple videos on him recently. I will put links to them in the description if you wanted to see them. Yeah, real nasty person. Much like yourself, Onision.
Jaclyn Glenn was, I guess, a friend, maybe, because we collaborated with each other. She visited me, she hung out at my house. I made a lot of videos with her, and, you know, we compliment each other back and forth about atheism and stuff like that. But I terminated my friendship with her when she started dating, or when she started showing interest in Social Repose. I said, hey, this guy's terrible. Don't associate with Social Repose because he's a monster, and he hurts people like you, okay? And Jaclyn Glenn was like, oh, no, you're being dumb, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was just acting like I'm so stupid for thinking that she would, you know, not associate with Social Repose. Based on my word and logic, and, you know, people should be able to trust me, right? I think that they would, considering I'm now proven to be right. 100% right about Social Repose. So she wound up dating Social Repose, and then she got destroyed by him. I saw a thumbnail to a video where she's talking about her relationship with Social Repose. She looked destroyed, okay? And you know what? That's what happens when you are literally stupid and you don't listen to somebody who is self-proclaimed, we'll say. Other people call me it too. But self-proclaimed, one of the, if not the most honest YouTuber.
That's bull. That is complete bull. I cannot believe your arrogance. It's just absurd. No, I don't think you're anywhere near being close to the most honest YouTuber. You joking? Under your own admission, you are fake, and you are a very fake person. You act in a lot of your videos, you fake compassion for people. How the hell is that the most honest YouTuber? That is absolute nonsense. Yes, it's self-proclaimed because it's only coming from you and your twisted mind. And Jaclyn Glenn wasn't stupid. She was in love, a concept you might not be familiar with. She loved Social Repose, and no, she's not going to listen to you moaning about how much of a bad person he is when she is in love with him. At that time, if this was early in the relationship or even a little bit late in the relationship, you don't see those bad sides because you're filled with love and you don't see it. You just don't see it. And she's not going to listen to you if you're just being your blunt, cruel, honest self saying, you know, your boyfriend is an abusive scumbag. No, she's not going to listen to you, you idiot. You're the stupid one here to even think that she would listen to you in that situation. Yes, sadly, you are right, but that is not the point on any level. You shouldn't be rubbing it in her face. It's not something to rub in her face. You haven't won this debate. You haven't won this argument. You were unfortunately right. She has been, as you said, torn apart by this. She is left in pieces, and that's horrible. That's really sad. And with the right thing to do be go and tell all of your audience that she is stupid for doing that? No, you moron. Right, I'm now going to quickly talk about YouTube Rewind 2017 and how marvellous, fantastic, wonderful it was. So, for those of you that don't know, YouTube Rewind is a video that YouTube makes every year that takes a look back at the past year at certain creators and puts it into one video in a kind of artistic way. They're never good. Ever. YouTube is always completely out of touch and doesn't really understand things, and often shoves in creators that aren't that good on any level when there are some incredibly talented people on this website. I mean, my god, this year it was filled with Vine stars, which in itself is absolutely idiotic because this isn't Vine, this is YouTube. Vine doesn't exist anymore, obviously, but this is not good. The thing that got the most screen time, as I said earlier, are fidget spinners. Great. Fidget spinners and the shooting stars meme. You know. Come on. Really? My main issues with it are the fact that Jake Paul and Logan Paul take up the most amount of time out of any creators, I believe. Jake Paul is an awful human being. I think that's pretty obvious by now. He is an arrogant, selfish bully. He's racist. He's a thug. He is manipulative. He absolutely ruined the lives of everyone in his neighborhood. But he gets the most screen time on YouTube Rewind. That makes so much sense. Last year we had Dwayne Johnson, like, oh, I see a little creature peeking over. Hello. Smudge. Hello. You look sleepy. You sleepy, you got the whole bed to yourself. Ooh. Anyway, please do let me know if you get annoyed with me shoving my cat in my video constantly. I just love cats. Anyway, they put Dwayne Johnson into YouTube Rewind last year, which makes no sense on any level because he's an actor, isn't he? He's not a YouTube creator. Why? So, I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't recognise most of the creators. At least there was a little section that was dedicated to animators, and I appreciate that because I think some of the best creators on this site are animators because they put so much time and effort into their projects, and I respect that so much. I really do. Another big issue with it was the terrible editing. It was so messy, so sloppy, just completely all over the place. Just not good. Not good. So, I'm running out of time for today. If you enjoyed the video today, please leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. I also have a Patreon set up. There will be a link in the description. I provide several rewards on certain tiers, and thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers, and thank you so much for all your support, you lovely, wonderful people. Here you will see a list of my beautiful patrons. They are just wonderful. Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.